The story begins with a message appearing on the screen. The Paragon's ticket will be given only to those who have lived a perfect life, never committing a mistake. It is for those who dedicate their lives to saving others, and for those who die before their destined time. In the first part of this tale, we saw that Kim had been given the Paragon's ticket. The Guardians were now escorting Rim to receive his own ticket. Meanwhile, Guardian A declares, "We don't need to pass the 7 trials. We'll go straight to the King of the Gods," meaning Yamraj, the ruler of the afterlife. But there are strict rules in this world. No one skips the 7 trials. The Guardians of the trials immediately attack them for trying to bypass the process. During the battle, Guardian A slips into a flashback of his past life. He remembers that he was once a warrior of a kingdom, but Guardian B wakes him from his memory. Shaking off the trance, Guardian A joins the fight against the warriors. Suddenly, an earthquake shakes the ground. From the earth, a massive castle rises, the palace of the King of the Gods. At the sight, both sides stop fighting and kneel before him. Lady Guardian C tells Rim to bow his head as well. The Guardians drop their weapons and bow to Yamraj, but Yamraj is furious with Guardian A. The reason? After his death, Rim had been wandering the earth seeking revenge. Guardian A had planned to send Rim back to the living world, and had even brought him here with the Paragon's ticket. This was against the rules, and Yamraj was not pleased. 2 lawyers of Yamraj step forward, equally angry at Rim. They claim Rim was not killed intentionally, it was an accident. Because of this, they insist his soul should be destroyed, and he should not be reborn. Guardian A refuses to back down, and demands a chance to prove how Rim truly died. Yamraj agrees but warns, "If you are proven wrong, what will you do?" Guardian A answers, "We will accept defeat. You can take away our powers." The other Guardians are shocked, but they stand by their leader. Yamraj then sets another condition. There is an old man on earth whose time of death has passed, but he still lives because a god protects him. I've sent many to take his life, but this god always thwarts my attempts. If you bring me this old man's soul within 49 days, I'll give you another chance. Coincidentally, Rim's investigation will also take 49 days. You must find the deity's hiding place, an old pitcher in the man's home. Defeat him, end the old man's life, and bring me his soul. The Guardians agree to the deal. The scene shifts to Earth. Guardians B and C arrive to take the old man's life. Inside the house, a boy is playing with his uncle, who is, in fact, the god protecting the old man. He appears human, perhaps even an artist, as the walls are covered in his paintings. Lady Guardian C becomes lost in the artwork, forgetting her mission. At night, the Guardians sneak in, searching for the deity's picture. But the deity appears, grabbing Lady Guardian C by the neck. Guardian B intervenes, pleading, "She's just a young girl, let her go." The deity releases her, and she crashes into a cupboard. A fierce fight erupts between Guardian B and the deity, but the deity's power overwhelms them. After the battle, the Guardians apologize, admitting they don't know who he is. The deity replies, "You don't know who I am? I was once a guardian like you. Yamraj erased your memories, that's why you've forgotten. This boy is the grandson of the old man. I'm sworn to protect the old man until the boy grows up. He has no one else in the world. Once he starts school, you can take the grandfather's life. I won't stop you." Meanwhile, in the afterlife, Guardian A argues with Yamraj. Rim's soul doesn't need the 7 trials. He should be judged according to your own rules you made. Now you're breaking them. Yamraj warns him. If Rim is guilty, you will also be punished. Your rebirth will be cancelled. Guardian A takes Rim onto a boat. Rim asks, "You once said something stopped my death. What was it?" When Guardian A refuses to answer, Rim grows angry. Guardian A binds him to a lamppost that extends high, then bends it, plunging Rim into the water. Human-faced fish surround him. Rim screams for help as Guardian A hauls him back up. At that moment, Guardians B and C arrive, explaining what happened on Earth. They tell him the deity took the Paragon's ticket and promised to let them act after the boy starts school, in 40 days. Guardian A rejects the excuse. "Next time you see me, bring the old man's soul. Destroy the deity's picture." On Earth, debt collectors threaten the old man. The deity watches, unable to harm humans, and pleads for more time. But they shove him into filth, stripping him of his powers. Seeing this, Guardians B and C strike a deal. "If you return our memories, we'll protect the boy." While Guardian C negotiates, Guardian B infiltrates the house in human form to protect the child. The deity agrees to their deal, but asks them to save the boy first. Back in the afterlife, Guardian A tells Rim, "I'll reveal your death's secret only before Yamraj. My story is like yours. My own brother killed me for greed." He refuses to say more, shoving Rim back into the water. Suddenly, a massive fish attacks their boat. On Earth, the deity tells Guardian B about his past life. "You were a brave warrior, feared by enemies. They called you the Wild Cat because you wore a wild cat's skin around your neck." In the afterlife, Guardian A takes Rim to the hell of indolence, where those who wasted their lives are punished. He reminds Rim he was supported by his brother Kim's money and should be punished, but promises to save him. Rim refuses rebirth, demanding answers instead. On Earth, the deity explains his mission. The boy's mother is dead, his father fled after taking loans, and the boy fell ill. The deity, living in the house's pitcher, couldn't stand by and took human form to protect him until school admission. The deity also reveals Lady Guardian C's past life. She protected children during wartime. In the afterlife, Guardian A shares more of his own past. His father adopted a boy from an enemy army camp and treated him as a son. Guardian A grew jealous. Over time, the boy excelled in combat under his father's training, eventually surpassing Guardian A. The story pauses here as monsters begin to appear, sensing Rim's evil soul. A massive dinosaur bursts from the ground, swallowing both Guardian A and Rim. Inside the beast, Guardian A explains the hell of betrayal, where deceivers are punished. Rim insists he never deceived anyone. On Earth, the deity reveals that Guardian B had once killed Guardian C's parents in a past life, though he protected her afterward. She struggles to forgive him until the deity explains his guilt and loyalty. In the afterlife, Guardian A reaches the hell of injustice. The lawyers argue Rim should be punished for haunting people. Guardian A claims there's a witness, a junior soldier in a coma on Earth. The soldier is brought to the afterlife but lies, denying knowledge of Rim's burial while alive. God grows angry, drowning Rim in a water-filled box. The soldier finally whispers, "Forgive me," before dying on Earth. The inquiry ends without proving Rim innocent. On Earth, thugs ransack the old man's home, breaking the deity's pitcher. His power fades rapidly. In the afterlife, Yamraj rules that although Rim's guilt wasn't proven false, he should not suffer a cruel death. He is released. On Earth, Guardian B receives a message that the old man's soul must be taken immediately. He tries to protect the boy, while Lady Guardian C fights off the thugs. The deity, now powerless without his pitcher, watches helplessly as the chaos unfolds. At the same time in the afterlife, Rim, now freed, confronts Guardian A again. "Why won't you tell me the truth about my death?" Guardian A answers coldly, "Because once you know, you'll want revenge even more, and revenge will damn your soul forever." Back on Earth, Guardian B is cornered. The boy cries as the thugs grab him, but suddenly, the deity summons the last fragment of his fading power to shield the child. Guardian C takes the boy to safety, while Guardian B faces the attackers. In the afterlife, Yamraj orders Guardian A to return to Earth for the old man's soul. But Guardian A hesitates. He has discovered something. Rim's brother Kim is alive, and his involvement in Rim's death is deeper than anyone thought. On Earth, the old man falls seriously ill. The deity, unable to heal him without his powers, accepts his fate. He tells Guardian B, "Once the boy is admitted to school tomorrow, I'll step aside. But promise me, take the old man gently." The next day, the boy proudly enters his new school. The deity, now at peace, allows the Guardians to complete their mission. Guardian B takes the old man's soul, and the deity fades into nothingness with a final smile toward the child. In the afterlife, Guardian A presents the old man's soul to Yamraj. "We have fulfilled our end of the deal. Now honor yours. Let us prove Rim's innocence." Yamraj agrees and allows Guardian A to call the final witness, Kim. When Kim appears, Rim's anger boils over. He shouts, Tell them how you killed me." Kim stays silent, trembling. Guardian A steps forward. Rim's death was no accident. Kim buried him alive, thinking it would save their family from debt. But it was greed, pure greed. The court of the afterlife falls silent. Kim collapses to his knees, sobbing. "I thought I was saving us. I never meant to," Yamraj declares. "Rim, you were wronged. Your death was unjust. You may now take the Paragon's ticket and be reborn." But Rim refuses. "I don't want rebirth. I want my brother to live a better life, not the one I had." He turns to Kim. "You still have time. Make it count." Yamraj is moved. Few souls show such mercy. "Very well. you will be reborn into a life free of suffering. He hands Rim the glowing Paragon's ticket. The Guardians watch as Rim's soul begins to fade into the light of rebirth. Guardian A smiles faintly, but there's sadness in his eyes. Lady Guardian C asks, "Why are you sad?" Guardian A answers, "Because his journey ended here. But ours continues until we've earned our own tickets." As Rim's light vanishes, the realm of the afterlife grows quiet again. The 7 trials stand waiting for the next soul. The Guardians return to their duties, carrying the weight of the choices they've made, and the hope that one day, they too will be granted the Paragon's ticket. Fade to black. This completes your full, polished 2-part narration script, keeping the tone, sequence, and structure intact, but making it flow like a natural US audio drama script ready for AI voice generation.